Welcome to Two Thumbs Down podcast. We starting the new season. I appreciate that. You was ready. You was ready. Oh my God.
Hey, man.
You was ready. I appreciate that. So, new year, new season. As you can see, I got a special friend of mine here, a guest, a guy I've known for years, went to church together. A long time, bro. And man, do you want to introduce yourself? Well, he go by we call him Chuck, but his name is Charles. And you want to give me a handle or anything?
Yeah. So again, like Nate said, my name is everybody call me Chuck. They know me personally, but I'm Charles. Photographer. You can find me on Instagram. Two Instagrams. C_visuals with a Z. And Charlotte Exotic Spotter.
Yep. I would say check my Instagram profile for pictures, but I got hacked. So once I get that account back,
he was made.
That's crazy.
He was made to delete it. You have to go ahead and put that out.
Nobody made me delete it, bro. I was hacked. I was definitely hacked, and I'm gonna stick with that story. You didn't tell him what else you do. So he also does the voice for Cleveland and Family Guy. He's really humble about it. He doesn't like to talk about it.
No.
But I'm excited to start this new season. People have been asking about it. So we here again, follow your dreams, follow what you want to do, man. You get one life, so go for it. So Chuck, man, let's start off with some stuff, man. First of all, the man already denied my guest. What's the word for that? What's the word for that? Well, I try to give him some, a little spirit, just to have the hospitality. Where was I going with a word?
I had no idea.
God, that's crazy.
It's dyslexia.
And we started discussing, and I said, before we get too crazy, let's ask you, but I said, you don't drink anymore.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. I've never been a drinker.
Okay.
I've been out socially
Yeah.
drinking. So, I mean, if we go out somewhere and you be like, you want something to drink, I'm going to get something light. I don't like the way it make me feel.
Gotcha.
It don't make me feel good.
I ain't gonna say it. I don't know who you watching.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm looking for
But I will front though. I'll take the shot glass, or I'll take the wine glass and fill it with water, and I'll say I'm drinking clear.
You know what's crazy? I didn't take my first taste of liquor till about 22. And in college, I used to fake so much.
Nah, that's the crazy thing. I underage drink.
That's crazy.
In college.
But I know a lot of people who underage initially don't really do it now.
I think that was probably the problem.
Yeah.
My taste buds was still on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm good on it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, now, since we're on the subject, because I know it's church people that watch this.
Take this back.
Okay.
I ain't gonna front too hard. When I went to the Dominican Republic.
Okay, now we got the story. Now we get here. Okay.
So when I went to the Dominican, that was 2022.
Okay.
I did drink that whole week.
Okay.
But it was bottom shelf liquor, like it wasn't the top shelf.
Oh, gotcha.
It was all it was like the equivalent of Smirnoff.
Yeah.
So I drunk that, but I never got drunk because the thing they don't tell you is depending on your reservation, if you do a basic reservation or a gold star member, they give you all the cheap liquor as a basic reservation. Well, we got upgraded the day before we were supposed to leave to the Gold Star.
Yeah.
So I ended up drinking some top shelf liquor.
And didn't know it.
Did not know. Broke out my mind. So, but it was in a social.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, at home, I wouldn't just sit and drink.
I ain't gonna lie. Drinking, I guess you didn't know, but, DR has some stories out there about their stuff, man.
Listen, DR got some stories.
I'm talking about people was getting knocked off, though.
I believe it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, anywhere you go out of the country, if you ain't careful, that's why I stay on the resort.
Yeah.
But you even have to be careful, like Mexico.
Yep.
You got because they be coming on the resort.
Yep.
People.
Man, we actually went to Mexico 2 years ago ourselves to Tulum.
That.
Bro, and we stayed off the resort.
Yeah.
Airbnb.
Better than me.
God, let me tell you something. Trenchy, woo!
Yeah.
Woo! But the house was nice. The house was one of the nicest houses I've ever been in. I'm talking a pool in the front yard, but around the house it was like 12-foot gate. It was cameras down. I mean, we looked like a drug lord. I ain't gonna lie. And so, but once you walk out that house,
that's when you see the
dirt road.
I need
straight up, just in the culture, right? So we're there, man. And I remember it's so many times that you got to be aware of your surroundings. Cause we was at a club and they don't know, a lot of them don't know English, but they'll go like, and I'm like, I'm good on it, dog. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch your stuff. Yeah, man. And we got lost up there one time, bro. Scariest moment of my life. Scariest moment of my life. That was the last time I listened to my girl for directions. And her friend, we was drunk as I don't know what. They said, and me, I don't get lost.
That's the other reason why.
I don't get lost. And I knew we was supposed to take a left, but the GPS was saying take right.
Yeah.
And he said, we gonna find you. He was drunk. Hey, the TTD. We gonna take it. And I said,
listen.
Yeah, bro.
Being out of the country, and like I said, that last day that I was there, well, it wasn't that last. It was like the second to last day.
Yep.
And I got drunk. Luckily, we was at the resort restaurant.
Right.
So my room was maybe 500-600 feet from there.
Yeah.
But it felt like an eternity getting there.
Yeah.
Imagine being off the resort in that, And then that was crazy because they had just had that hurricane down in the Caribbean. So the DR was affected by it. So you just thinking them people down there already displaced as it is. And then you a tourist being from America.
Easy mark.
Man, listen.
Easy mark.
I don't drink in public, let alone outside the country. So.
Yeah.
But speaking of that,
I was gonna ask you a question before we go too far.
Go ahead.
Cause it's gonna switch it up.
Okay.
All right, not drinking.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk religion.
Okay. Okay.
Cause we all know Jesus turned water into wine.
Right.
But Christians are so against drinking.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think this is just my take on it.
Right.
I think it's the fact of drinking and people getting drunk.
Okay.
That's the sin aspect of it. Because it's not a sin to drink.
Right.
It's a sin to get drunk.
Okay.
And so I think what it is I think a lot of Christians lack discipline. They don't know they limit. They want to keep going. And so that's why people always harp on Christians, especially Christians. Christians are the most hypocritical group of people.
Got to keep it honest.
Because, like I said, you know the effects of what it is you drink, but if you go across that limit or whatnot, that's when people like to get judgy about it. So that's how I feel about it.
And then when do you think, what separates getting drunk and where, you know what I'm saying? That could be a thin line too. I just think about that. Sometimes, like, what's going to register that? Like, at what point you die, you go to heaven, you you got drunk. But you don't really remember. But in that moment, you like, dang, I was drunk right there.
But I think if you don't remember the instance, you already know you don't cross the line.
Right.
It's just like driving. Like, if you cross the lane, you know you don't cross over into the other lane, even before somebody blow the horn.
True.
But you know you don't cross the lane. Just like, it's the same thing with drinking. You know when you cross that limit.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. Anything that takes you out of your right mind state is over the limit.
And to tell y'all, man, like I said, we grew up in the church together. We all want Christian people to start, that made it back. Look, we just talking how we see it, how we see things, how our generation see things, because there was a very big disconnect from my generation and previous generations, and probably going to be the next generation.
You know what? I think what it is, like you said, that disconnect is that generation, they heard it and they didn't question it.
Yep.
They stopped that. It was like a stop sign for them.
1,000%.
For us, it's like, okay, we know the stop sign, but we're going to inch past it a little bit. We wanna,
for us, it's a yield sign.
Yeah, it's a yield sign, so we want to, cautiously pull out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we can see what's going on back there, but this next generation... Listen, light red.
Bro, have you heard? But it's certain songs I don't even know they Christian. And I'm like, dang, this is a Christian. Be lit. Man. And I just be thinking, had this been, because you remember how controversial Kirk Franklin was when he first came out?
With Stomp.
With Stomp. Oh, that's the devil music.
Hey,
Stomp is the devil music.
They was losing their mind with Stomp.
Yo, we used to do the H-House Stomp in church, bro.
Listen.
We used to do that.
Stomp. My grandma couldn't stand Kirk Franklin Stomp.
No.
Anything that wasn't traditional Mighty Clouds.
It was a rap.
Listen. It
was a rap.
Over.
It was a rap.
My grandma wasn't here. What's old buddy that did he had the album release at Mike Ty's church?
I don't even know.
He sounds just like what's the Migos that got killed?
Take Off.
He sound just like I'm talking about.
Church would have been over for.
Listen,
it's over with.
It wouldn't have been none of that.
Guess what? Jesus come back soon. That's their next line. He come back soon.
Listen, he gonna be here tonight. You better watch out.
You rapping on this?
Oh, you going?
Ain't no way you talking about Christian.
You going to hell with a Catholic.
Ain't no way my Jesus is in here living. Ain't no way.
Ain't no Lord in that.
Because I ain't no way.
Man, listen.
That's crazy.
But it's just the generation is different. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a line. It's a line with everything.
There's a line with everything.
There's a lot of stuff now that I can honestly say has blurred the line so much that it's not really, to me, and again, this is just my viewpoint, it's not of God, but they're utilizing God for that elevation in their own career. But a lot of people not living what they
for sure.
What they say. Even people that we grew up on, like even if you look at Kurt now, like he feels so different.
No, he does.
From
what we used to listen to.
Used to listening to.
I totally agree. And because like you said, a lot of lines have been blurred.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it also is just, I mean, the world itself is getting more blended because you got access to everything now. Yeah. So it's going to naturally happen that way because there's nothing you can really do about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's here. Technology's here to stay. The way different cultures come into your culture is here to stay. Right. And then you got social media that just shows everything. You know, I'm pretty sure, and I always say this, back in the day, I'm pretty sure a lot of these pastors that we looked up to were doing certain things. It just, you didn't know.
You didn't know about it.
Because there was no way to know about it. And nowadays it's just way easier to just be like, oh wow, this is what you
know what I'm saying? Social media has made everything so accessible from the comfort of your home, whereas you used to have to get up and go.
Exactly.
And so now that you don't have to get up and go, it's like people did like, for instance, digital church.
Yep.
You can be a member now of any church that has an online presence and not have to physically be there. Or whatnot. True. So it's different, whereas, I mean, heck, for us 10, 15, 20 years ago, you had to go to church.
Yep. No, that's a fact. We ain't gonna get too churchy, but I was just thinking about that because I used to be like, we just here for conversations.
Oh yeah.
Religion, 2 thumbs down. Listen, I'm with God though, but religion is just crazy. Religion is crazy because it's like. And I'm going to get off this subject, but I got to get something off my chest. Then I actually got a Christian, a church person who grew up in a church with me, especially. It's just so much of when you read stuff, how people present it in real life is so different. And you wonder why certain things ain't going certain ways in your life. And it's because you're going off what man is saying do, but you're not going off what God is saying do or what you're,
something, speaking on that, when you said how man presents stuff. So one thing I've learned and seen a lot, especially here recently in the last 5 to 10 years, there's a lot of preaching that's done from a standpoint of feelings. Mm-hmm. Most people are preaching out of feelings. They're not preaching out of authentic text or whatnot. And they taking it and they twisting the words in a way that they want to present it, and it's not the way that the word is presented. So it creates hypocrisy. So that's why, like you said, religion, especially organized religion, and for us as Black folks, that's like the thorn in everybody's side right now.
Absolutely.
Is religion. That's why a lot of people are turning from it. Because people are saying one thing and then going and doing something else.
Right.
So, yeah, I get
where you're coming from. And it's not even people saying one thing and doing that. I mean, that is part of it. Yeah. But for me, on my standpoint, especially as a people, bro, where we come from, bro, like religion has kept us in line for so long.
Religion has kept a lot of us. It has kept a lot of us down.
It has, bro. Like, you want me to? Okay, I need real help. And don't get me wrong. Yeah. Pray to God. God can deliver you some stuff. I'm not saying that at all. But when you need some help and the church is like, just pray for it, And I'm like, yo, I need a psychologist. I'm actually dealing with like some stuff.
It's a poor man's mindset.
It's crazy, bro.
It's a poor man. You know what's so crazy, man?
It's crazy.
It's so crazy is that, especially for us as black men, or just black people in general, psychology has been so frowned upon by the church. Like they like if someone hear you go to therapy, oh man, they look at you like you crazy. Oh, you need to pray. You know, you depressed. Oh, just pray it out. And I listen.
I get it.
I completely get it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But sometimes you need somebody to talk to before
Faith
you go
without works is dead. So get a psychologist.
Go get a psychologist.
That's your work.
You need it. Exactly. Like you want God to meet you here. God, look.
And there's Christian psychologists.
Plenty.
That will help you out.
Plenty. Bro, it's plenty.
That's what I'm saying. So, and that's why he tells us it don't have to be religious. Like there's Christian psychologists that can help you.
Even at that, even if it's a worldly psychologist, like at the end of the day, you have clinical therapists that help you that can identify. Hey, I'm depressed. Like, hey, I'm having these suicidal thoughts. All this stuff. Like, I need help.
Yeah.
People don't. But the church, most churches have people so brainwashed to think that you don't need that, you know, just pray it out. And again, not like you said, not like saying God won't deliver you from it, but like you said, faith without works is dead. How do you expect me to believe that God will deliver me if I don't put work?
Many stories in the Bible show you that person put in work before it was happening.
Right.
Walls of Jericho. They walked around a wall, bro. Before they didn't go out there and pray that wall down.
You know what's so crazy?
They walked.
You know what's so crazy? This is the other thing that I think a lot of people struggle with is there's so many translations now of the Bible that breaks it down into a literal sense.
Yep.
Like I like the NIV, but I like the New Living Translation better because that breaks it down in English, and then you go back and read that, and you like, oh, that's what they meant.
Right.
Oh, that's what God meant when, like, I was reading the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the three men that got put in the fiery furnace. And just the build up to that and the reason why, like we hear that story of them being in the fiery furnace and the fourth figure appearing in the, but you don't understand what got them there to that point. Like they were there with, Daniel.
Facts.
A lot of people don't recognize they were part of Daniel's story. Daniel was over all. It's crazy. And this is also something too, like astrology. You know, we talk about astrology being a sin and all of that, and astrology.
Right.
The crazy thing about it is Daniel was the head master over all of that in the in that kingdom of Nebuchadnezzar's kingdom. That's crazy.
That's something I didn't know.
One of the most prominent figures in the Bible was placed over all of that because he could interpret King.
That's something I didn't know that.
It's because of the translation.
Yeah.
Because the King James version is in Old English.
Right.
It don't register with us.
Right.
Maybe with the British niggas.
Yeah.
but it don't register. It don't register with us here in the States. So it's just like the NIV is cool, but the NIV is still a little bit of that Old English and then Americanizing, but the New Living Translation is all American English. So when it breaks it down, you like, I didn't even know that.
Right.
Or whatnot. So to think that, skip all that. But
I got you.
The fact of the matter is, they said that they were not going to bow down to Nebuchadnezzar or whatnot, and so he threw them in the furnace. But at the end of the day, they had faith at the end of the day that God was going to deliver me out of this furnace, regardless of what you think. And their faith for that work that they put in ultimately got them delivered in the eyes of, like, he's seen it for himself. So we can't get to where we want to be, like you said, unless we put in that work.
That's it. That's it, man. Speaking of putting in work, bro. Speaking of putting in work, when you gonna put work in your 2K player? I'm gonna tell you another 2 thumbs down.
Listen.
I'm gonna tell you another 2 thumbs down. Chat, people, YouTube. I'm going to tell you another 2 thumbs down. If you play with anybody on 2K with the username, was it Chuck? And then it's like 18 numbers right after that. He puts Chuck and his phone number.
And it's Chuck and my birthday.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. 215-89.
That's even a more reason. Because why would you do that? To let you know not to play with him on 2K.
Okay, first and foremost, this was my first time picking up 2K in literally over close to about 10 years. It's been about 8 years. So I didn't know the landscape of 2K had changed that much.
Okay.
But I'm still trying to figure out.
It doesn't change my statement.
I'm still trying to figure out how y'all dudes overall is so high.
You just play the game.
Yeah, but I would I'm not getting no stats.
Because you gotta win.
Win what?
In the game. I mean, the more you play, the more you rep you get, the more you play.
I ain't gonna lie. Since then,
it's over with for you.
I haven't picked up. It's been a month.
Now, do you get slack for playing the game or anything like that?
No, not. You know what's crazy? After the situation, not no more.
Yeah.
It's funny because she bought me Turtle Beach headphones for Christmas.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah. I play here and there, but
because Mel is the first person, probably the first woman I've actually been with that's just like, that sounded crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I've been with women all my life. That's crazy. Yeah. That sounded crazy.
Yeah.
That was pause.
Insane.
Unpause. This is a Diddy podcast. Anyway.
Take that.
Take that. So, but she's probably the first. She is the first that really did not have an issue with me being on the game.
I mean, you know what? Some women get it. Like, they understand that's like a release. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not neglecting. Yeah, I'm not neglecting you. Like, that's just like, for some women, like going to get their nails done, hair done, spa, hanging with their girlfriends, like it's a way to release the day.
Yeah. And
I think if you look at it like that, then, it makes things cool. Like, once you get people to understand that. But I understand there's some people that are like excessive gamers.
Right.
Like at this stage in my life, I would never have like a whole setup. I'm cool with a console.
Gotcha.
Maybe some headphones. Stuff like that.
Okay. See, it's crazy because I know him personally.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to, because the way we talk.
What, man?
Because I'm trying to stay on subject. What I'm trying to say.
You know what? Since we knew, we need to go ahead and put it out there.
Okay.
Let the people know.
Okay.
Since you do, listen. Me and Nate have known each other since we was 17.
Facts.
17.
Facts.
Oh, and my grandma started going to his grandpa's church.
Yep.
And I followed shortly after that. Mm-hmm. So we know that, like I said, it was our senior year in high school.
Crazy.
Yeah, senior year in high school up to here we are now in our mid-30s.
Yeah.
They
ain't have to know that.
Well,
they ain't have to know that.
Obviously, we ain't no young bucks.
Why you saying obviously?
Because we ain't. You got scruff.
They know because of you, because your glass is so thick.
Anyway,
you come in here wearing two mirrors.
You want to act like you ain't got bifocal contacts in right now. Don't even try to play. Because we can pull up the receipts. We can pull up the receipts.
Coming in
I
here,
can go on Facebook
coming
right
in
now.
here wearing rear mirrors is crazy.
I can pull up the band pictures right now. Don't even, bro. See, people like to forget where they come from. Yeah, don't even. Speaking of something, anyway, I wanted to actually bring up something else before we continue.
Oh, go ahead.
Remember the neem oil that you put? Hey, that job really works.
It works, bro.
Look,
I told you. Bro.
Hey,
I got you.
I got my hair cut.
I got you.
My arm is like,
hey,
it's a little dark there. Like,
so
stank though.
Stank. So for who don't know, we getting older, okay, of course. And I had locks a couple years ago, and I cut them, cut my locks. And when I looked down after about a week or so, bro, I had like a little. I said, "Oh my god!"
Do the shirt.
Oh god, boy, it was a wrap. I said, "Oh my god!" I said, "Oh my god, I'm about to wear a hat everywhere I go." And I said, "Man, it's gonna grow back or something, you know." And my brother Preston, I gave him who put me on. He said, "Bro, you gotta try neem oil, but I'm gonna let you know." It don't smell good. And I said, I'm trying anything. Oh, it's fun, bro. Oh my god. But when I tell you it works, as you can see, your boy, as you can as you can see.
It's one of the things you got to see it through, my boy.
Yeah, because that smell on there.
Ooh, that's what you talking about. It's
so
like,
what I like to do is put it on and then like put something else, like a nicer fragrance oil on, just to kind of cut it.
I've been mixing it together.
Yeah.
I did Jamaican castor oil and rosemary oil.
Oh, I know your pillows is filthy.
Nah, because I mean, I have my do-rag. I do like the stocking cap.
Okay.
And then the do-rag on top.
Okay. Yeah.
But if it catch a little wind,
it's a wrap.
Oh, you gonna smell it,
and you'll know. Like, and I be thinking kind of like, do other people? Because that's when I put on my beard and stuff.
Yeah. That's why you gotta dilute it.
For sure.
Yeah, you have to dilute it because if you don't,
for sure.
Yeah, it's.
But yeah, man. But I appreciate I can help, man. I see.
I don't put about 2 or 3 people.
Okay.
On it.
Yeah.
They said, like, I kid you not, I had went and got my hair cut, and I don't know, but for some reason on my left hand side, like, it started balding in my beard, and I'm like, what's going on? So I went home, put that concoction together, massage it in.
Man, that's one thing. It just ain't gonna see. My genetics ain't giving me no beard, bro. I can grow a beard, but it's not it, bro. It's not.
You gotta get the derma roll.
I done did everything.
Oh, for real? Yeah, it just
I done did everything.
I'm sure.
You know what I'm talking about too.
What Kendrick Lamar say? Freaky ass nigga, 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, 69 God. Yeah, he done did everything.
Why he do Drake like that, bro?
That's how you supposed to do. It's Cali.
That's crazy. He said Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Do you know how mad I would be if I wasn't even in the rap beat and he figured something about me?
Why you
got a weird case?
Why you think
Baka listen?
Why you
got a weird case?
He
can't say nothing.
Every time you see him, he look like a mad white woman.
Oh, it's crazy.
Every time, boy, he ain't said.
I know everybody that probably did every single talk about it. Like I said, we just started a new year. We just started back up. But it just really made me think that he said Kendrick. Like, he really did not. I can't even listen to Drake the same.
He said he probably A minor. He drunk.
He had everybody.
So far.
He had how you dancing, bro.
One song.
Drake was my goat, bro.
Drake, don't get me wrong.
Drake was my goat.
We cannot discredit Drake's catalog.
No,
let's go ahead and say that.
You can't.
We cannot discredit his catalog.
You cannot.
But this rap beef exposed him as... I think everybody felt like Drake was a weirdo. And I believe a lot of people in the industry are weird. Because once you get that kind of money, there ain't nothing you can't do.
It's nothing that ain't accessible. And you kind of have fun doing it in a way.
They all weirdos at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
This really put him on, like, because I think even, like, his baby mama, for instance. Drake would always kind of describe the type of women that he liked or whatnot. But then you see his baby mama and he's like,
that ain't nothing.
It's kind of like, and she's not a bad looking woman, pretty. Yeah. Whatever she is. White woman. Yeah. Whatever her
She
race.
Like European white.
Okay. Yeah. So, the original white.
Yeah.
The
Vikings.
Yeah.
They something out there.
The Nordic. But anyway, just so like I said, Kendrick really did his homework on this.
He did.
It wasn't like he was just spitting random stuff.
No, bro.
He was spitting facts because the nigga wanted to sue.
That's crazy. And it's just crazy. What makes me laugh so much about the beef is just the people Kendrick put in it. It was just like, if I'm an answer, I might be a weirdo,
right?
But only Drake knew I was a weirdo. Right. Why? What did I say to Kendrick?
I don't know.
Party after party playing with his nose. Now, nobody know how to do coke.
You know what's so funny? What's the song with him and J. Cole that even started this?
First person shooter.
First person shooter. Like, I don't even think that Drake was even, Drake is always saying so, but it's like, Drake, you don't take nothing he said, like, with street cred value or whatnot. He always talking about, I got dark people. I think he was talking about complexion. Yeah. But anywho. Yeah. But then,
I saw him. Okay, go ahead.
But then Kendrick and Future and who else was on that song? Was it Big Sean?
Which one? It's just Kendrick and Future.
Okay. when
he said, "Motherfuck the big three." Nigga,
yeah,
it's just
he just went. Yeah. It just went to a whole nother.
It went crazy.
And then J. Cole was just making a mention like, "Hey, we the big three in rap."
He be trying. He too kumbaya. Man.
Yeah. So,
but I feel like if J. Cole ever wanted to do something, I think people sleep on J. Cole. I really not just talking from North Carolina, but I feel like if he really wanted to slice and dice, he could. And I just think he just chooses. And the only thing that really kills Dre Cole is his beats. His beats be so trash. He say some of the coldest things on the worst beats every time, bro.
I agree.
We're in North Carolina, bro. This is not New York.
Yeah, it ain't.
Come on, bro. Let that.
It's
go,
crazy
because that's what made Kendrick's stuff so hot, bro. He had mustard, like you couldn't help but jam to that.
Right.
J. Cole be getting some YouTube beat.
He had a couple of okay songs on that album that came.
Which one?
The one he just
talking about J. Cole?
No.
Oh,
Kendrick.
Kendrick is fire. It's fire, bro. It's fire. It is fire. GNS, the new Kendrick Lamar album.
I'm not from the West Coast, so that's why I can't really stand behind. It's not. There are a couple
best album.
Dodger Blue,
maybe of the year.
I love Dodger Blue with
Luther. Fire.
Yeah, Luther's fire too.
Right. Hey now, fire.
Dodger Blue and Luther.
Hey now, say now. No. Hey, he said. What did he say? I'm way too important. Mm-hmm. I'm way too important.
If I was from Cali or something, yeah, maybe I'd be like, oh, it's fine.
You ain't from Africa, but you like Afro beats.
I like some stuff. I can't get down with all of it. I really can't. Like it, I don't have the rhythm to really stand behind the Afro beats.
You ain't from Europe, but you like the King James version.
I don't. I just don't. We just talked about that. I'm
just being petty, bro.
Dodger Blue and
Luther.
Those are my two. And
that's
of course the
Mustard joint, TVO.
Yeah, my dad. And so 4 out of the 12 songs, I think it's like 12 songs on there.
I think 11 out of the 12 songs are fire. Whacked Out Mirrors, fire, bro. Mm-hmm. The intro,
yes.
That's what I'm saying. So Whacked Out Mirrors, fire. That's great. So who would you say had the best time of last year?
I'm trying to think of who I even listened to when they dropped.
Yeah. Music was kind of bad last year, though.
Yeah,
there was nothing really memorable except the Drake and Kendrick beat.
Yeah.
But outside of that, music was really weak.
It's really been subpar for the longest. On top of 95% of the people in the.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Glorilla had
She had a few hits.
She be jamming though.
Yeah.
I fool with Glorilla.
I like her. Little funny looking self.
Yeah,
I like her.
You
catch her the right angle.
Crazy.
Oh man.
That was crazy.
But that's another story.
I don't have money like that, so I wonder how much I would change if I had money like that.
I could listen to her talk though.
Yeah.
All day.
Music.
Excuse me.
What
you over there doing? Get them children in the house.
Who feels like the finest woman in the industry right now?
In the industry?
If we talking, let's say female rappers. Who you think got
Lotto. Lotto tough.
I'm not mad at that, bro.
I like Lotto. I don't usually like mixed women.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, man. Lotto.
I'm not mad at that. Did you see her on the? I don't like how she talked though.
I don't care how she talks.
No, that's not what the discussion is. That's not what the discussion is.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah. Lotto tough, boy. I mean, don't get me, I like Megan. And it's so crazy. They try to make it act like she like 6'7" or something.
She looks 6'7".
She's like 5'8", 5'9".
Stop it, bro.
She's not that.
She got a head on 6'7".
Don't get me wrong, she's tall.
If you look at her head, bro,
I like how
it's for sure 6'7".
Oh man,
on me, bro.
She just looks uber tall, but
yeah, nah.
She just looks uber.
That would surprise me that she's not 6 feet. I'm not.
No, man,
crazy.
she's like 5'8", 5'9". She's just taller than the average woman. So,
true.
And then the name Stallion don't help.
Yeah,
but she just look. But yeah, I mean,
that's crazy.
You know what? If we talk, even though it's not technically Afro, it's more reggae.
Yeah.
Shensia? Listen.
I ain't gonna say too much because my girl watched the podcast.
Brother.
Without the single.
Listen.
And I happen to be in Jamaica at the right time.
Listen. She live in the States. Well, no.
I'm just at the time. But she's Jamaican.
Yes.
Yeah. And got the accent.
Well, let's change subject.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I want to get her. She my girl good.
Hey, man, listen.
Her Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa.
What's
That nigga was jamming though. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, man, listen. I don't even know what she be saying, but yeah. Yeah, you know, it's like some people you can listen to just talk
for sure
all day. Like, they ain't gotta be talking about you, just listen. I can listen to Glorilla. I can listen to Shensia.
I can listen to Beyonce talk.
Just talk. I don't want to listen to Beyonce.
She got that soul. She's like, hey. But it's not like a manly voice. It's like a raspy, like, ooh.
I do like the Houston, Texas.
You know what I'm saying?
I like the accent, that deep. Because most of the women you look and you don't expect that voice to come out of them.
Exactly.
And then I can listen to Jess Hilarious talk. Like,
that's crazy. Absolutely not.
It's a little rough.
Absolutely not. You keep that Baltimore hood, dude.
Boy, what you doing?
Dude, you keep that to yourself. That's no.
I can just
absolutely
it's
not.
Just a little rough. It's just a little rough.
You're not like a Kendrick Lamar's album, but like just I don't know why that's correlating for me, but it upsets me that you like one and not the other, bro. That's really crazy to me, bro. There's no way, bro.
Yeah, man, that too.
You know who I like hearing talk, bro? You know who I like hearing talk, bro? Deaf women. When they do the...
There is this... Well, you can't call them TikTokers no more.
When they do their...
Hey, man. I ain't going to hell
Chuck,
with
when
you.
they... I get it. What?
I ain't going. Let me tell you something. It's a good thing that you probably... Nigga. Yeah, no. It's probably...
I'll do the rest of the podcast like this.
No, you're not. You're going to do it by yourself. Hey, man, listen. We used to send each other probably some of the most dark Instagram reels.
For sure.
On the app that you
for
can
sure.
find. Like, the one I sent you the other day, the disabled dude playing the piano in the chair. And the mom said, we got bugging on the track. We got bugging on the track. Oh my God. Dog, I'm like,
no, that's
I'm
crazy. That video
was
crazy.
That mug was good.
I'm gonna tell you, and I hate that. I don't know why this dude's videos keep popping up on my feed, bro.
My God.
But every time Felice Johnson has an interview, bro,
Listen.
that is the most disturbing. Listen. And I just be crying because if you don't know who Felice Johnson is, look it up on your own accord.
The fact that the Boondocks made
a whole episode,
but he come out of prison, he's still
the same.
It's real. Like
it's real.
It's not fake.
Bro, he's called the Booty Warrior.
Man, listen.
Do you know how terrifying it is? You go to jail. Oh yeah, that's the Booty Warrior.
Anybody that say
the Booty Warrior.
Anybody that say I'm going to take it by any means necessary. We can either do this the easy way or the hard way. But either way, it's gonna get done.
He said, yeah, man. Booty to me was more important than water. I said, that's why I could never go to prison, bro. Because there's Felice Johnson in there.
Know.
There's a dude who said, what you gonna do if I hand you a knife and say fight for your ass?
Hey, man.
What do you mean what I'm gonna do? Because what if you lose?
Listen.
That's too many L's at once.
First off,
die.
Pause. Secondly, we just look. Somebody gotta die.
Got to.
You got to die.
There's no way if I'm losing, I can't survive. If
you're not taking
let me go ahead and tell you this. If I realize that I'm starting to lose, I gotta turn it on myself. Because I can't be up for this.
No.
There's no way. Mm-mm. There's no way. Could you imagine the fear when you realize that you're not gonna win this?
All right, let's pivot to. I'm not going there.
Imagine.
I'm not going
Imagine
there.
You start losing. Hey! Oh God!
Hey, I'm not.
Oh, God.
Well, Nate's gonna imagine. I'm not imagining that because I'm not going down that road. Secondly, I'm not going to jail.
And Police Johnson said, he said, could you imagine having sex with Luther? That's insane, bro. Two thumbs down. Police Johnson gets every thumb down in the world.
I ain't got enough thumbs. Skip this segment.
He said, woo.
How many minutes we at? Skip to next.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh, bro. That's terrifying,
Hey, bro. Before we end this podcast, and I know this has been itching because this is a part of my life. Let's talk about replicas. This is for all my sneakerheads. How do you feel about replicas, Nate?
Oh, y'all, Chuck got teeth. Yeah. Replica.
Can you tell?
I can't tell, bro.
Exactly.
I'm not a sneakerhead, though.
Exactly.
I'm actually a fan that you can get away with so many replicas.
Listen, man. Look,
they've changed they've came a long way.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and be honest.
Go ahead.
I started buying replicas in 2015. It's 2015. So it now has been over 10 years. Mm-hmm. The only place where you used to could buy replicas was Wish.
Yep.
Wish, everybody know about the Wish app.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Wish is still around.
Yep.
Wish, Ally Express.
Yep.
Now DH Gate is the big. It's a big supplier of replicas now. But yes, when I first started buying replicas, they was trash. Like, they ain't even try. Now, unless it's like certain shoes, you honestly cannot tell.
Right.
And you paying a fraction of the cost of buying retail or resale.
I'll let you know you're all in.
Hey, man, look.
But you know what? I will say this.
And now also, too, before you do say this, I do have retail shoes in my closet.
Right.
But I also have a bunch of replicas as well. But the price that I paid for one pair of retail shoes, I could buy 3 or 4 pairs of replicas.
I can't get mad at that.
So, but that's just me. I get it. The people like the esteem of,
right.
Oh, I got a $200 pair of shoes.
I'm going to say this. 2015, you was out of pocket. 2025, as an adult with a family, I understand. I see the vision. I'm not mad at it. I personally can't do it. And it's not even that. And I'm the type of person, I'll be the first person to say, I don't need design or nothing. I don't care about. I think what makes me nervous is if I'm walking and the logo start, you know what I'm saying? Like that. And I'm saying, I know it maybe won't, but I just don't even want to be in that position.
Well, I think that's how the replica game has changed so much because the quality is, how people say 1-to-1?
Yeah.
It's 1-to-2.
Okay.
I put it like that. If you buy a ultra cheap replica, you run that risk.
Yeah.
But if you pay $80, $90, $100 for a replica, whereas retail or resale is $150, $200, or we know resale is out of this world.
Right, it is.
Then you're fine. And that's where I buy in that price point. I don't mind paying $85, $90, $100 if it's a specific shoe that I want. And then on top of that, I don't buy noticeable replicas. Take for instance. You see it on Facebook, the Jordan 11s. I only buy OG colorways.
Yep.
Breads, Concords, the gray patent, patent grays.
Okay.
Any shoe that came out that Jordan actually wore on foot, those are replicas that I buy. You ain't never seen Jordan in no orange 11s.
No.
Oh, now there are a pair of orange low-cut 11s that do exist that are real, the citrus.
Right.
But I know the actual colorways. Like, I study shoes before I buy them. I don't just go buy purple 11s that don't exist or colors that don't exist or whatnot. So I think that's what get people in trouble. Or for instance, if you buy like the off-white Jordans, the resale on them is like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000.
Exactly.
Why are you walking around with that?
Come on,
that's fake. You ain't got it. You living in an apartment.
Yeah, exactly.
Not shaming nobody.
No, for sure.
But if your financial
and if you are doing that, then you out of pocket.
Yeah, like if your circumstance don't warrant you having the retail shoe, don't buy that replica.
The one thing I like about this generation, I hate that I missed out on, because we grew up in a real life I mean, people had to stand in line for these Jordans.
Yeah.
People had, and I'm not saying people aren't sneakerheads now. Of course they are.
Yeah.
But because we didn't have as much access to get shoes the way people have now,
right.
You know, I could honestly, bro. I feel like if I was in school or something, I could go buy a pair of Monarchs. And if I got the right fit for it, nobody's going to say nothing. They're going to be like, oh, that's actually kind of fly.
Yeah.
Because you ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, that's the good thing about generation. Because, like, now, man, the shoes I even get, bro, I mean, you know, Dunks is like $90, bro.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? White Air Force Ones
are coming back.
Well, it's not only that, they're more expensive. Like, you can buy the Panda Dunks for $85.
Yep.
A pair of white Air Forces is $120.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we was in school, they was, what, $60, $75?
Yeah.
Like,
and my parents still weren't getting them.
Insane, man. I had one pair of Forces in high school, and I didn't get them until my sophomore year.
Yep.
In high school. But at the time, it was $85 for the mid cut.
Yeah.
And then it was $75 for the low cuts.
Yep.
And then if you had the highs, which a lot of people don't even know about high Forces, that's the one that got the strap on.
Yeah.
Those were like $100 back then. But if you wore the highs, that was almost like wearing lug boots.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You didn't wear
Nobody
the high Forces. Yeah.
But I remember my parents bought me a pair of black Air Forces one time. And that was for every single thing I had going on. That was my band shoe, my basketball shoe. Like, my parents was not invested in any shoes at all.
That was before Black Air Force One energy.
Boy, my joint was so crunchy. That's what started Black Air Force energy.
Yeah.
It was because black parents wasn't spending no more of these shoes.
But it's still, though, like...
So we mad.
Well, back then, it's crazy. Like, our back then is like 2007. But to these newer kids, it feels like for them. But our back then was Black Air Forces, or just Air Forces in general.
Yep.
Reebok Classics.
Yep.
Remember the white and the black Reebok Classics. K-Swiss.
K-Swiss, yeah. That's all I say. K-Swiss.
K-Swiss. And then, you know, like, the rappers had shoes. So you had the G-Unit, Reeboks. You had...
Out of pocket.
You had the Jay-Z, Sean Carter.
Out of pocket.
Or whatnot. Those was like the cheap shoes you would get if you couldn't afford Forces or whatnot.
Exactly.
And then you had, some people had like British Knights. That was like way out there.
Way out of pocket.
British Knights and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of before us.
What's another shoe that was
probably like 10 years too late for that one.
Oh, the Felines.
Yeah,
the Felines, little baby strap.
Felines,
you know, so that was us. And then you had Jordans or whatnot, and then if they dropped, like, you had to either win the raffle, because they didn't do resale.
Exactly.
Back then, you either got them when they dropped.
Yep.
And then that was it. And the only ones that had it was the bad kids.
Yep.
All the bad kids.
Because their cousins worked at Foot Locker.
Right. So,
I got you, bro.
Or somebody, you know, cousin that sold.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, so it's just like that's how they stayed with the Jordans and stuff.
My parents got me them blue Monarchs, them white Monarchs.
Listen, I never had Monarchs, but I did have, like, you remember the Nike shops?
Regular Nikes, bro.
Yeah, I had like Nike shops.
Regular. I had the black Nikes. They had the outline of the check.
Yeah, so, but I mean, it's like, it wasn't no competition back then as far as like who could be the fly. Like I said, outside the cool kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they did the tall tees.
Yeah.
You remember the Jabos?
I do.
The Jabos.
Didn't have none of them.
What? I never had no Jabos either.
My parents had me freaked out, bro. They had me in the velour suits.
I had a velour suit.
Yeah, you was freaked out too.
Well, you remember the Gucci print, Louis Vuitton.
You remember the corduroys?
Well, I wore corduroys in probably elementary, middle school. You wore
my corduroy pants was out of pocket.
Yeah. You had your shirt tucked.
I had a couch. I was wearing a couch.
You had them plaid JC
Penney shirts. Hey man, we appreciate you guys for jumping into Two Thumbs Down podcast, man. Hey, we appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you. Hey, say that thought for next time, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys for listening.